Today I'm going to talk to you about the PSEO mindset and what it's like to be in class with undergrad students as a high school student. So in your first couple weeks of PSEO, you might feel a little intimidated to be in class with people who are like 2, 3, 4, sometimes 6 years older than you, only sometimes. Sometimes 10, as our president just mentioned. But most people in your classes and even your professor are not going to know that you're a high school student, and it's totally up to you if you want to tell them or not. And if you do tell them, I've received only positive reactions. Usually people might not know what PSEO is and you have to explain it to them, but they'll usually be like impressed that you're a high school kid taking college classes. And the undergrads will be perfectly happy to like work on group projects or like form a study group with you. It's really a lot less intimidating than it seems. Okay, as part of the PSEO mindset, we're going to talk about what it's like to apply to college as a student in college classes. So I'm going to turn that over to Stephanie, who has a lot of experience.
Hey! So, my senior year here at the U of M doing PSEO was really hectic because I was applying to colleges, and then I was also doing 16 credits at the time, and I would definitely say that you should, when you're planning your schedule, think of applying to college if you're a senior as a whole nother class, because I spent a lot of time writing and revising essays, and it was at some points extremely stressful. I would go to bed really late. I didn't have time for a lot of things. So it definitely takes a lot of time. You have to be able to run to your high school and get transcripts, and then you also have to get transcripts from the U of M. So make sure that you plan enough time into your schedule for applying to college as well.
And also, an important thing to keep in mind is that the PSEO office can give you a letter when you're applying to colleges that explains what PSEO is to the college that you're applying to.
Exactly. And your high school counselor can also write about it in their letter of recommendation.
So lastly, for the PSEO mindset, we're going to talk about weighting grades at your schools. And so my school, no classes are weighted, no AP classes or IB classes. So it hasn't really mattered for me that PSEO isn't weighted because nothing is. But some schools have different systems of weighting, so I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie again.
So my school has a kind of funny policy regarding weighted classes. They weight AP classes, and then they also weight CIS classes, but they do not weight PSEO classes. And I didn't realize how big of an impact that would have on my GPA before I signed up for PSEO, but it's definitely something to think about because it affected my GPA, and it's kind of a bummer, but there was nothing I could do about it. So just know that your high school may or may not weight your PSEO courses, and that could or could not have an effect on your GPA when you're applying to colleges.
And just for weighting grades and just in general, it's really important when you're doing PSEO to have a good line of communication with your high school counselor so that everyone's always on the same page.
Exactly.